Thursday. I guess we should call this the unofficial kickoff to the holiday weekend, because I know a lot of people are heading out of town today. Some people are leaving tomorrow. So whether you have a 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend, 5-day weekend, perhaps.
5-day weekend?
I'm in a week. I have a 2-day weekend.
Where do you sign up for that one?
I have a 2-day weekend. I'm working Monday.
Okay, I don't want that weekend.
No.
I want a 5-day weekend. But it's been a weird week because actually on Tuesday I thought it was Wednesday. Yesterday I could have swore it was Thursday. I was wishing it was Thursday maybe.
Right.
I'm ready to get the weekend started.
It's kind of one of those kooky years because this is that transitional time of the year. You know, I've moved now 2 of my kids out. Kobe's going to move, my summer son from Ghana is moving out soon.
Starting.
Jen started school. So, you know, and now the weather, after highs in the 90s early this week, the weather is really starting to turn
69 tomorrow.
Well. I know.
I'm like, what is going on? Maybe that's part of it too, because I feel like we have like one foot that's starting to go into fall weather, and then one, you know, back in summer. That wants to stay there a little bit more. I've been in total mode for the holiday weekend. I'm totally thinking about, you know, what we're going to do, and, you know, you do feel like it's a last hurrah of sorts, and so I was actually on my iPad last night just surfing the net trying to get some ideas, because I like to be planning things ahead of time. I'm a planner, and so I went on looking for some things and some easy things. I mean, there's always like great things you can go and drive to do, but I want some things that I actually could do. So I came up with 5. Okay, and I want to share them. Camp in the backyard. Oh. How easy would that be?
That would be a great idea.
And different.
Oh, yeah.
And have bathrooms close by. That'd be fun, yeah.
Exactly.
Go on a picnic. I just might do that this weekend. Yeah. I love picnics.
Have you been
I've only done one this summer so far.
I was going to say, have you taken Coco on a picnic yet?
Yeah,
she would love that.
You know, in the park, and she can run around a little bit, and we sit on the blanket, we bring some lunch. It's a lot of fun. Stargazing. Oh, absolutely.
How
easy is that?
Yeah.
We do that when we sit out on our deck, and it's the evening in the summer. That's another great idea. Okay, making homemade ice cream. Oh. Easy, you know, if you don't have one, you might have to go get something, but they actually have things like that at Meijer that are really inexpensive. It's another good one.
Well, you know what? Actually, my kids, my daughters and Gems would make ice cream in baggies. There's a recipe. I should get it and post it on Facebook. How you make it without even an ice cream machine.
West Facebook
I will do that,
Because the last one is go to the beach, and that I'm certainly going to do that this weekend. And of course, we have some of the most beautiful beaches, I think, in the world here in West Michigan. They're, you know, they're in our backyard, so sometimes we don't always take advantage of them, but what a great place to go with your family. There's swings. It's free for a lot of places. You know, sometimes you go to state parks, there's a little fee for the maintenance and that, but a lot of fun. Just a few suggestions I wanted to pass along because we've got this great weekend ahead.
That is great.
They said, we've got the great weather on most days.
Unfortunately, it looks like the first couple of
Monday's
days.
going to be the nicest, right?
Monday will be the nicest. Sunday will be kind of a close second, and then Friday and Saturday, windy, chilly. Get all your indoor stuff done on those days, and then you'll be able to get outside.
I didn't put movies on the list, Terry. These are like outside activities. Because
shopping.
I'm staying optimistic. Yeah, there is, you know, there's always that, and I'm always like, you know what, those are projects that I'm doing and activities that I'm doing when it turns a little bit chillier, because we don't have the choices when it's January.
I have not been to the beach yet this summer. Can you believe it?
No.
I know. I've spent a lot of time at the golf course, a lot of time at the neighborhood pool, and unfortunately I've not been to the beach. Actually, I take that back. I was at the beach in Ludington very, very early in the season, so I'll have to try to get that done too. Well, you know, one of my big phobias, for those of you who have been watching 8 West for all these months, you know, my big phobia is snakes. Well, my daughter Jen started 7th grade, and they have a new science teacher at their school for middle school, and Jen had come home from school Monday and said, guess what, there's a snake in my science classroom.
Really?
So
a pet snake.
A pet snake, exactly. It's in a cage. So this is Charlie. Charlie
looks kind of nice.
Charlie is, I think he's a python.
Is that
I don't
a
know,
bone
not exactly. That's a bone because he has his little habitat.
Last year's teacher?
No, I don't know. Yeah. You know what? Maybe. Yeah, Charlie is previous owner. No. So anyway, so we were there yesterday. I had to stop by and fill out some paperwork at school, and I was talking to the new science teacher. And Rachel, you know, we've been talking about kind of bucket list things that we want to do and things. And you know what I'm thinking that I'm going to do? And this teacher seems like a super great guy. He is going to help me get over my fear of snakes, and my goal is to actually get a picture of myself holding
like around your neck, maybe.
Yeah, the Britney Spears. Yeah. maybe dancing. No,
that's really interesting because I think that's something a lot of people can relate to in getting over your phobias in general and trying to see how you might do that. I know that we had the folks from John Ball Zoo with a snake on the air, and you were practically sitting on my lap.
Oh, I know.
During that segment.
We got very close during that segment, didn't we?
I know it made you very nervous, so I think that's a really great thing.
I mean, and it's not just I'm afraid. I mean, it's like I get this reaction. My heart beats fast. It is like a panic attack for me. So I'm really hoping to ease myself through this. So anyway, I will be sure to take pictures along the way.
Yeah, well, I think that's good. I would like to see how that goes. Well, today is a special day. It's just not Thursday, but it's September 2nd.
Right.
And it's actually 9/02/10 day.
How about that?
Yeah, so
like the
September 2nd, 2010. But just wanted to show these. These are a lot of familiar faces. I think if I were to name my top 10 shows, 90210 would be on the top 10.
Really?
This was at the time I was in high school and college, and this was must-see appointment TV.
Wow.
For a lot of people. Did you watch this?
I never watched that show.
You didn't?
Never. Not even one episode.
Really?
I was never into. Are you surprised?
I feel like it's the American Idol of today. I mean, people were glued to their TV sets when that came on, and of course it gave birth to a show like Melrose Place. Remember hearing about that?
Yeah, never watched that either. And I grew up with TV, watched a lot of TV, but I just didn't end up with those shows. Isn't 90210 the zip code of Beverly Hills?
It is. It's a zip code of Beverly Hills, and they actually have a 90210 on now. That was kind of, I guess, maybe of the 2000. I don't think it's as popular as the original because the original was very popular when it came out, but that is on, and I have not watched an episode of that.
They have shows like The Hills and stuff like that, which are kind of takeoffs, I think.
Exactly.
This kind of stuff.
I really do. That whole California living, the whole LA, Beverly Hills, high life, growing up in that area. That's a good point about the hills and
all that
things
other kind of stuff.
Yeah,
kind of those spin-offs.
So I just wanted to say that. Some nice little trivia if you're going around on your day and you're saying, do you know what day it is today?
90210
day. 90210 day.
All right.
Let's celebrate Brandon and Kelly and Donna and Dylan and all those people that we watch grow up.
Who she's talking about.
You're like, yeah.
Okay, so I, moved Jake to college. He actually moved himself because, he's 20 and a junior in college. His first apartment, though, he's living with a couple buddies. So we've been trying to get together because I said, I'll take you shopping for food. So yesterday afternoon, he called me, hey, what are you doing? After golf practice, he came over to the house, picked me up, and we went shopping. And I just had to show you, his car was loaded down. Okay, this is the trunk, which has golf clubs and then as many Meyer bags as he could cram in there. And then, of course, guess what? The back seat also completely crammed full of stuff as well. So easy to eat
stuff. Ramen noodle?
Yeah, it's
good old ramen noodle.
Ramen noodles. This is actually the Oriental version of that. It's hot and spicy, and of course the Gatorade and the beef jerky, and actually I think that's turkey jerky, and the Nutri-Grain bars and all that other stuff.
Goodness.
So, we had so much fun. And the best part, when we got to Meijer, I was buying a bottle of wine, and guess what? Oh yeah. May I see some ID for that? I looked at Jake, and he gave me the little, fist pump thing, like, oh yeah, Mom. Knuckles for Mom. And then I gave the lady my ID, and she's like, I bet that made you feel good, huh?
I actually think they have to put it in these days.
I don't know. But
I think that's a good thing. Let's say that they don't have to be in.
I look like a college girl. I look like a co-ed.
Because you're with Jake. He's 20. You could have been like the older...
The co-ed.
Dorm mate.
The friend. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it was just really a blast.